human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles, and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and to provide new gods for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having indirect object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish their right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together a legislative body that places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly, for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative power, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of land. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amounts and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has effected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our government, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burned our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the work of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy, scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas, to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an indistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our emigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of a right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Celebrate our independence. What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me take that off real quick. Yeah, a lot of things going on today. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 893,575. TikTok next block, BTC Backpacker. What's going on, my brother? How are you, sir? What's up, stacking sats and taking names? I know that's right. I'm in the building, everyone. Yes, got another block coming out, 576. Welcome, everybody. I'll be in and out, so if you're doing the wheel, please don't put me on it. Cool, no problem. Yo, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Meggy's in the house. How are you, Megs? Jerry, Megan, and BTC Backpacker. Letha, how are you, man? We missed you yesterday, Letha. It's not a show without you. God bless America, David. That was the great John F. Kennedy, JFK. A great man reading a great document. One of the greatest documents of all time, in my opinion. That was the Declaration of Independence. And that is one of my favorite people and one of my favorite documents and one of my favorite speeches to read. I just love his voice, and he's just an iconic figure. And so obviously, you know, we're Bitcoiners, so we're always fighting for our independence. I feel like it's, you know, very fitting for me to play that. So we got Meggy, Letha, David, welcome in everybody. As we know, Bitcoin's price has been surging today. Alex, how are you, honey? Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you. Hi, how are you? How are you? I sent you the link. I was like, is she gonna come? I don't know. But I appreciate it, Alex. We love you. Letha, how are you? Silence of the Hams, starring Anthony Hodgkins. Silence of the Hams, starring Anthony Hodgkins. Is that some kind of new movie or something to troll? I don't understand. What's that about? Hold on 1 second. Scorpion just texted me and said he can't get into the chat. I told him exit out and exit back in. Verbal, how are you, sir? Jerry, love you, brother. Greetings to this good-looking bunch of savage coiners. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alex, let me put you on the wheel of Satoshi VAW. Yeah, it's getting hot here in Vegas. It's getting hot, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I was outside today. I was like, okay, it's coming back, you know. And I was not missing that heat. Was not missing that heat. Good to see you. Good to see you, Al. So we looks like we have 14 people in here, and we got some window shoppers because we only have 8 on the wheel. Yeah, 8 on the wheel. So if you guys want to win some free sats, sound off in the comments so I can give you something. I'm glad to see the Bitcoin price go up, but I like the cheaper sats, so I'm torn. Yeah, it's always like, I'm not gonna lie, I like it when it's cheap because I'm in it for the long run. You know what I mean? Corey, how are you, sir? Corey from Got Sats. See if I got this queued up. I got my Bitcoiners here queued up. Make sure you guys subscribe to Corey from Got Sats. Anybody that does a YouTube channel or YouTube on my feed coming into my group is going to get a shout out. No doubt. So make sure you guys subscribe to Corey from Got Sats. He makes a video every single day. And he's got a great channel and he's doing some great things. That's his link right there. So make sure you guys check him out. Free Sats, yes. Jor for the score. Jerry Legendary. I have tunes going, but we will be hanging in the chat. Okay, cool, man. Good to see you, Jor. And speaking of a YouTuber, make sure you guys subscribe to Jor from 88 Sats Radio. Put his link in here. I call him Mr. Fundamentals. If you guys are not subscribed to him, what are you doing? Make sure you go over there and subscribe to him. He's got a lot of good stuff that I'll talk about later. And he's the man. Put my name as Lucky Jor so I can win some damn sats for a change. I got you, brother. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Jor. I put the link in the description. Jor. Let me put Corey on first. Corey, good to see you guys, man. You guys happy or sad about the price going up? Be honest with me. Talk to me, man, because I'm not feeling too good about it. I ain't going to lie to you. I hate when the price goes up, man. Especially when you buy every hour in the hour like me. It's like, I don't know. VAW, hi, Letha. Mia from the Bitcoin Gospel. Make sure you guys subscribe to Mia from the Bitcoin Gospel. She is also part of the Bitcoiners for Freedom group. We all are. There's her link. If you haven't checked her out, make sure you subscribe to Mia. She makes some great videos. And I want you guys all to make great videos, God Sats, what up, my guy? The Bitcoin Gospel. Where's Joe and the... Never mind. I don't know. I'm going to have to take them off the wheel. Hi, Letha for Jordan Meg. Yes, I'm happy. We need more average people paying attention. Price does that. Okay. Fair game. Hit the like button when you come in. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. I definitely want Bitcoin to stay on the lower side. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I didn't even pay the fiat price attention, bro. I don't even pay the fiat price attention, brother. I'm stacking sats until we can't anymore. Keep your head up. Hey, I hear you. But I'm not going to lie, I pay attention because I'm buying every hour on the hour and I'm seeing how many sats I'm getting or not getting. And it's not good. So let me take Joe and Tori off. They're not here yet. I always put them on first. They're always here. So who am I missing here? I got VAW, Letha, stacking AMAP at all prices. Me too. Me too, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So we got Ya. I got him, right? Yep. Corey. The troll don't count. Letha, Mia. I got her? Nope. Let me put you on here, Mia. Put your hand up if I don't have you now. Please and thank you. I want to play an interview I saw the other day on what's his name? Charles Payne's channel. He had a pretty good guest on there. A guy's name is James Fishback. And James Fishback is the guy that originally, when the Doge situation was coming out, and he said that he thinks that we should get a kickback, the $5,000 checks. And speaking of that, you guys heard about kicking back the money for the college payback for the college loans? The liberals are mad about that, ladies and gentlemen. Silver Scorpion channel, Sunday night, East Coast. I'm here to listen. Okay. He's not in here. All right, so we're going to play this video real quick before we spin. And we're going to get into also today, we're going to watch the Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. We're going to break that down. I broke it down in like 5 parts, 6 parts, something like that. So without further ado, let's listen to James Fishback. And this is him right here. He is a CEO of Azoria, founder of Incubate Debate. Smart guy, man. Very, very smart man. So, oh God, I thought you were done with the documentaries. Well, we watch stuff, the troll. So if you don't want to learn, you might as well go ahead and go somewhere else. So without further ado, let's get into this interview.
The chair of the Federal Reserve is arguably the most powerful economic official in the United States and the least accountable. He also says that there's a difference, folks, between the Fed being independent and immune from failure. So I'm going to bring in now Azoria CEO James Fishback. James, you wrote a piece last week. It was really a marvelous piece, and you said that Trump should have the power to fire Powell, and you think also that maybe it could come through this Wilcox decision. Maybe that would sort of set a legal path for Trump to do so. Why do you feel this way?
Well, good afternoon, Charles, and happy Easter. Look, the President of the United States absolutely under our Constitution has the right to remove any executive officer, and Jay Powell is no exception. I laid out the legal argument last week, but this week I have to tell you, after Jay Powell's speech in Chicago, where he was engendering all of this negativity and pessimism, he talked about 4 key areas of President Trump's agenda: immigration, deregulation, fiscal policy, and tariffs. And you know what he talked about entirely in his speech? Only tariffs. He had nothing to say about the deregulation agenda, which lowers inflation, lower fiscal spending, which lowers inflation, and reducing the immigration burden, which lowers inflation.
Now, why wouldn't he talk about that? And I made a video about this today. This is why I'm playing this, right? Why wouldn't Jerome Powell bring up those other indicators and just talk about tariffs and basically be a fortune teller? I guess he's saying that tariffs and the like is going to bring down inflation, bring down unemployment, or bring up unemployment, and also tariffs are going to make it inflationary. Again, tariffs are not inflationary. Read my lips. Tariffs are not inflationary, right? Why is he doing this? I talked about it today, and this guy hit the nail right on the head.
He's selectively looking at individual parts of the economy to decide what to do. And at the end of the day, it's not that President Trump is pressuring Jay Powell to cut rates. It's that the real economy is pressuring Jay Powell to do the right thing.
Exactly. It's not that Trump is telling him to cut the rates. Because, again, this affects all of us, guys, right? We want cheap money, right? We want to be able to borrow cheaply. We want businesses to borrow cheaply. Why? Because if we got cheap money, and the businesses can reinvest that money, they're not, spending a bunch of money on interest. They can reinvest it in the business and pay, labor and people like us more money or more dollars. And our wages can increase. And we can increase production, right? Inflation is down right now. Why in the hell is he not lowering interest rates? He did it in the other environment when inflation was going up. He did the opposite. Because it's political, man.
We're in the middle of trade negotiations. Inflation is down to 1.5%, according to the True Inflation Index. Doge is saving the taxpayer money. By all accounts, inflation is already lower and headed lower from here. That's why the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada are all preemptively cutting rates. And Jay Powell, Mr. Too Late, as President Trump rightly coined him, is once again doing the wrong thing. And the president has a First Amendment right to call that out. And we're going to find out very soon, I believe he does, has the constitutional right to remove the Fed chair, which he should absolutely consider.
Yeah, and it is obviously intriguing because this Federal Reserve, by the way, is the only one with an official dual mandate. I think that's hamstrung them a lot over time, and I put that on Congress. Congress gave away that obligation in the 1970s, but you've also emphasized that this is not necessarily about trial or pump. You say this is about democratic oversight, and I want to get to that for a moment because I started this piece off showing how Powell cut rates last year, right before the election.
I told you. I talked about this last year. I'm like, why is this guy cutting rates before the election and the inflation is up? Again, if you smell a fish or if you smell a rat, there's going to be a fish or a rat.
Powell cut rates last year, right before the election. Many people at the time thought it was politically driven. I pushed back against that. But also, it was 2 days after a scathing letter from Senator Warren. And it does feel like Republican presidents, particularly in recent history, have had a really hard time with Fed chairs. Is there something political going on?
Now Elizabeth Warren is telling everybody, oh, you need to leave Jerome Powell alone. He's a great guy and blah, 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 blah. But when he wasn't doing what they wanted him to do, the Democrats, meaning lower the interest rates to help Kamala Harris, they were saying to fire him and all this other stuff. But now that Trump's saying it, again, this is a First Amendment right. And by the way, he's the president, by the way. They're saying, oh, he's trying to be a dictator. He's trying to fire Jerome Powell. First of all, if he wanted to, he can try. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Jerome Powell's not doing his job. And this is affecting everybody right now.
Yeah, there is. And just look at the numbers, Charles. For every one Republican economist who works at the Federal Reserve, there are 10 Democrat economists. For every $1 donated from Fed employees in the 2020 election, 97 cents went to Democratic candidates or causes.
Ding, 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 ladies and gentlemen. There it is. I mean, again, man, all you got to do is follow incentives. I said this today in that video I made today. 97%, 95% plus of every dollar that goes to these kind of people are from Democrats. So again, what do you think they're going to do? Who are they going to favor? The person that's paying them or the person that's not going to pay them? It's crazy, man.
The rate cut that had no justification in fundamentals of the economy before the election was designed to throw Kamala Harris a lifeline. And now when there's a real justification with lower inflation in the midst of a trade negotiation, a real justification for lower rates, Jay Powell wants to do absolutely nothing except stand in the way. And so it's right that President Trump is calling this out. He has many options in front of him. But I just wish that Jerome Powell would do the right thing. Look at the facts. Right. Look at what his colleagues in Europe and Canada and England are doing and lower rates to support our economy in this critical transition period.
So
he needs to be investigated, in my personal opinion. He really does, man. This is crazy. This is criminal. Don't Charles Payne has Shagwell and Laher on his show? At least they are eye candy, LOL. I don't know who that is, the troll. Shagwell and Laher? I don't know who that is. The Fed is not independent. Powell's working for the Dems. Exactly. The reason I'm playing it because I saw this today. This is after I made that video today, by the way. And I heard this guy. I'm like, oh, he's saying exactly what I've been saying. You know, Jerome Powell literally needs to be investigated. Either he's really, really stupid for not dropping interest rates in a low inflationary environment, and then he lowered interest rates 50 bips when we have high inflation. I mean, come on, man, that's corruption all day.
James, many are concerned, myself included, that firing Powell at this very second, with the market as fragile as it is, could actually do more harm than good. Some have also talked about a shadow Fed chair. Would you be open to that?
I would be open, and I would be honored if the president would consider me for shadow Fed chair. I've been following this for a decade now, looking very closely at Fed policy and its implications, not just on the stock market, Charles, but on real America. As we speak, President Trump is meeting with the executives of companies like Walmart, Home Depot, and Target. He regularly meets with farmers, the unemployed, retirees. Jay Powell just sits around listening to whatever 400 PhD economists say, talking about racial injustice and climate change. We need a Fed that is accountable to the American people and that focuses on the real economy. To your question, I'm going to be very honest with you.
What's that sound like? Listening to stuff like that. Climate change and all this other stuff. That's all Democrat stuff, man. What's a Bitcoin? Never heard. Me neither, man. Yes, he is a sellout. He is a sellout. Absolutely.
on the real economy. To your question, I'm going to be very honest with you. If President Trump decided to fire Jay Powell right now, the stock market would panic. But at the end of the day, our founding fathers would not want us to make long-term decisions based on the short-term emotions of a highly volatile market. I think the president should consider his options. And at the end of the day, ultimately, the American people and history, not the stock market, are going to decide his fate.
James, good stuff. I implore everyone to get a chance to read your article. And certainly the topic is moving markets today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Charles.
My first.
Yep. Everything he said was nothing but facts. And he's right. You know, if Fed Powell got fired right now, yeah, it wouldn't mess up the market right now, of course. You know what I mean? But again, that's short-term, was it short-term pain for long-term gain? And we got to do it. Trump's already doing that already with the economy right now. You know what I mean? He's hurting Wall Street to help Main Street. James for Fed chair. Yeah, I would love to have that. Dude's smart, man. I'm telling you. All right, so let's see what's up with these spins. Bang, welcome to the show, sir. I'm gonna put you on the wheel. Am I missing anybody? I got Jor. We're gonna spin for block 574. And yeah, we're gonna get into the price and everything else in the environment because they say global liquidity is at an all-time high, and the DXY is at a 3-year low. So again, the combination of that and Bitcoin decoupling, they're saying now from the S&P and the rest of the stuff, it's looking like Bitcoin is looking like a safe haven asset. But I'm not sure I want to say that yet because the price is ripping right now, and then in a couple days it'll dump. You know what I mean? You know how it does. So, am I missing anybody on the wheel, ladies and gentlemen? Am I missing anybody? You guys are quiet today. Bang, VW, David. Oh, I got a surprise for you guys too, by the way. All right, let's do the spin, guys. Everybody must be away from their phones. Let's spin it to win it. Everybody's got me way over there on the TV or on the phone, not nowhere near you. Bang! Congratulations, sir. Woo! Sure, you're in the back. Congratulations, Bang. You are the first winner of 100 Satoshis. Yes. Let's do another spin. You are the first winner, sir. Let's do another one. Let's spin it to win it. Only got 10 people on the wheel, man. 17 y'all up in here. Mia. Congratulations. Congratulations, guys. 76. Okay, we're going to spin for 76, and then we're going to get on into the we're going to start the video, part 1 of Ray Dalio's. David. Every time I hear that now, I think about Jor. I swear to God, that's Jor in the back. Congratulations, David. So yeah, obviously the gorilla or the elephant in the room is Bitcoin's price ripping. Did it hit 94? Close to it. 93.9, 90, yeah. And it's ripping. And why is it ripping? Because we talked about it. Global liquidity, aka money printing or money entering into the system, cash, dollar bills, USD, or all kind of fiat, is coming in. And usually gold and Bitcoin follow when there's more liquidity up there. And gold right now is at an all-time high. Well, it did hit an all-time high. Almost hit 3,500 for a second. Yeah, 3,500. Wow, man. Congratulations, by the way, to the precious metal stackers. Look at silver. Silver's just silver is something else, man. Silver should be $200 an ounce. For real. Silver Fox, good to be here, Jerry. How are you? You just missed some spins, man. We spin for the free Satoshis. Welcome in. We spin this wheel right here, called the Wheel of Satoshi, and you get 100 sats if your name is it lands on your name. And we also watch videos and things like that. So welcome in, Silver Fox. And today we're going to watch The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. Very, very good little kind of cartoonish documentary. I watched it. It came out in 2022. It was great. It was great. Yeah. Well, it's quiet today. Joe and Tori's not here, so it's a little quiet without them. I'm not gonna lie. The Bitcoin gospel, me and everybody's so used to them in here doing a lot of talking. You're welcome. You're winning, Bitcoin John. Welcome, sir. How are you? Good to see you, man. Silver Fox, if you don't mind, and you guys ready? This is the big surprise. Probably tricking. All right, guys, you ready for me to unveil what I have to show you? Ready? One. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of the way. Hold on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There it is, guys. There it is. Got the big map. All our names on it. And you ask, you shall receive, Corey. I got the orange dot and the orange names. How you guys like that? Silver Fox, if you're going to be part of the group, we'd like to know what city and state you're in, if you don't mind. And how, Ricardo, what's up, bro? And how can we spin? We spin every time a block comes out. Every time a Bitcoin block is mined. What's just happened? Welcome, by the way, Ricardo. Welcome. I'm going to put your name on the wheel of Satoshi, Ricardo, and you will win if your name is called 100 Satoshis. So welcome. Yes. Let me put the map back up. Hey, fire. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Warwick, Rhode Island. Okay. I got you, bro. Thank you for sharing that. Warwick, Rhode Island. Boom. Thank you. All right. There it is. Put that orange. Silver. Let me see. Thank you for doing that, Silver Fox. Silver Fox. Put your name in orange as well. Boom. And put your name large. There he is. There we go. There it is. I think you're the farthest person we have east. Yes, you are, Silver Fox. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to click it down a little bit so we can see Jor for the score. Jor is way up there in Canada. But thank you so much. Buck52. What's up, my brother? How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, sir. We're about to do another spin. Thank you, me. I appreciate that. You're welcome, Ricardo. Ricardo, would you like to drop your okay, here from okay, hold on. The troll. I thought you were showing your belt size. It just the world map? Your belt size. Not sure. That's fire, Jerry. Thank you, brother. Here from Zalepa. Okay, let me put that in. Thank you for giving me that, man. Appreciate that. If I can write it, let me see. Okay, hold on now. Hold on. Zalapa. Okay. Hopefully it pops up. Zalapa. For Mexico, is that it? Yes, that's it. Boom. Wow. Look at that. Boom. Thank you. Put that orange. And then your name. I'm not going to put your whole name on there. I'll just put Ricardo. I will just put Ricardo. Thank you for doing that, Ricardo. Appreciate it. Put your name large. Orange. Put this orange. Boom. Man, we're making this map huge now. I'm not going to be able to fit it all in one zoom out because we're too far. We're going to have to really zoom out now. Look at this. I have to be like a satellite out here. to get Ricardo and Jor in the same picture. It's beautiful though. Woo. Hey Danielle, how are you, young lady? Let me put you on the wheel. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. I sent Scorpion your sats. Hopefully he sent them to you. I'm sure he did. We have Mexico being represented tonight. Yes. Bitcoin unites the world. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely, it does. I love this, man. Now, Jerry's going to flood your inbox asking for burritos. Big mistake? No. From Mexico? How am I going to? I can get burritos here, the troll. So that doesn't make sense. Otis. Let me show Otis real quick. How are you, sir? Otis Hare Jr. That's his channel right here. He has a YouTube channel. He's been making some videos too, man. Let me put his link in the description box. He's also part of the Bitcoiners for Freedom family. We all are, by the way. He did. Okay, good. So make sure you check out Otis. He just made 2 really fire videos. So check that out. Make sure you subscribe to Otis Hare Jr. He's an awesome young man. And he's doing his thing in Bitcoin. Hold on. Something happened with my speed wallet here. Oh, somebody just sent in 1,000 sats. Thank you so much. Whoever did that. Thank you so much. That helps pay the bills. Thank you. Because at the end of the show, I got you guys' names written down. And I have to pay everybody like a payroll. I have to pay you 100. So, Otis, welcome in, man. That's Otis' channel. Make sure you go check him out and subscribe. Otis, you see how big the map is getting now, man? The Bitcoiners for Freedom map. Look at this. Boom. Man, that is crazy. That is awesome, Mia. He pays you good. All right, so let's get into part 1 of the... do I even have it up here? Let me get this one off here. Of Ray Dalio's, and I have the book right here. This is an awesome book right here, by the way. The Changing World Order. Get this off. Really good book, man. I highly suggest it. And after you watch this video, you're gonna want it. So, hold on one second. Let me put it on here real quick. All right, part 1. History repeats itself.
The Changing World Order. The times ahead will be radically different from those that we've experienced in our lifetimes, though similar to many times before. How do I know that? Because they always have been. Over my roughly 50 years of global macroeconomic investing, I've learned the hard way that the most important events that surprised me did so because they never happened in my lifetime. These painful surprises led me to study the last 500 years of history for similar situations, where I saw that they had indeed happened many times before, with the ups and the downs of the Dutch, British, and US empires. And every time they did, it was a sign of the changing world order. This study taught me valuable lessons that I'm going to pass along to you here in a distilled form. You can find the comprehensive version in my book, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order. Let me begin with a story that brought me to this point, about how I learned to anticipate the future by studying the past. In 1971, when I was a young clerk on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, the United States ran out of money and defaulted on its debts. That's right, the US ran out of money. How? Well, back then, gold was the money used in transactions between countries. Paper money, like the dollar, was like checks in a checkbook, in that it had no value other than it could be exchanged for gold, which was the real money. At the time, the United States was spending a lot more money than it was earning by writing a lot more of these paper money checks than it had gold in the bank to exchange for them. As people turned these checks into the bank for gold money, the amount of gold in the U.S. started to dwindle. It soon became obvious that the U.S. couldn't keep its promises for all the existing paper money, so people holding dollars rushed to exchange them.
He did, Bang. I don't know when he bought, but this came out in 2022, so he's probably made it in 2020, 2021, and edited it up and put it out in 2022. But yeah, he's a Bitcoiner now, but he does not talk about Bitcoin in this video, though. Otis says, thanks for the support. You've created something amazing. Thank you, Otis. I appreciate you, man. You're amazing, and you here being with us, man. It just makes the group even better. Ray Deepak is Dahlia, OG macro goat. He is. He really is. He is an OG.
Before the gold ran out. Recognizing that the U.S. was going to run out of real money, on Sunday evening, August 15th, President Nixon went on television to tell the world that the U.S. was breaking its promise to let people exchange their dollars for gold. Of course, he didn't say it that way. He said it more diplomatically, without making it clear that the United States was defaulting.
The strength of a nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy. And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world. Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold.
Clean your machine. What's up, my brother? How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How's Aiden? We're watching The Changing World Order with Ray Dalio. You just got in, so you didn't really miss anything. It was just starting, so welcome in. Clean your machine.
Or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States.
I watched in awe, realizing that money as we understood it was ending. What a crisis. I expected the stock market to plunge the next day, so I got on the exchange floor early to prepare. When the opening bell rang, pandemonium broke out, but not the kind I expected. The market was up, way up, and went on to rise nearly 25%. That surprised me, because I never experienced a currency devaluation before. When I dug into history, I discovered that the exact same thing happened in 1933 and had the exact same effect. Then, paper dollars were also linked to gold, which the U.S. was running out of because it was spending more paper money checks than it had gold to exchange for them. And President Roosevelt announced on the radio that he would break the country's promise to exchange dollars for gold.
It was then that I issued the proclamation providing for the national bank holiday. And this was the first step in the government's reconstruction of our financial and economic fabric. The second step, last Thursday, was the legislation promptly and patriotically passed by the Congress, confirming my proclamation and broadening my powers so that it became possible, in view of the requirement of time, to extend the holiday and lift the ban of that holiday gradually in the days to come.
Now, remember when we were watching the other video, I told you that Richard Nixon gets a bad rap, right? Roosevelt did it too in 1933. And again, 1913 when it all started anyways. So, Richard Nixon gets all WTF happened in 1971 and he officially took us off the gold standard and stuff. Again, I know he made a bad decision, but he was trapped in the corner. I don't think he could have did anything at the time, to be honest. You know what I mean? So he gets a bad rap. But again, like Ray Dalio said, this ain't the first time that happened.
This law also gave authority to develop a program.
In both cases, breaking the link to gold allowed the U.S. to continue spending more than it earned.
I'm wondering what goes on with the stock market in the next few months. I know where Bitcoin is going up. Yeah. Well, it depends on what happens with China and Donald Trump, right? If Trump keeps raising the tariffs higher and higher, Xi Jinping is going to have to come over here and negotiate, because China's hurting over there, man. Those factories and everything, they're hurting. And, the stock market doesn't like what Trump is doing. A lot of people are ignorant and not very smart and don't think long term. So instead of buying the dips, they're just dumping and coming into gold and stuff like that, even the treasury bonds. So, yes, it's definitely going to be interesting. $1.52. Oh, this is my friend. What up, buddy? Letha Corey, good to see you. Yes. BW, great to see you. I got to show you guys something here in a minute. the ones that didn't see the map.
Simply by printing more paper dollars. Breaking the link to gold allowed the U.S. to continue spending more than it earned, simply by printing more paper dollars. Since there was an increase in the number of dollars without an increase in the country's wealth, the value of each dollar fell. As these new dollars entered the market, without a corresponding increase in productivity, they went to buy lots of stocks, gold, and commodities, and hence caused their prices to rise. As I studied more history, I saw that the exact same thing happened many, many times before. I saw that since the beginning of time, when governments spent much more than they took in taxes, and conditions got bad, they ran out of money and they needed more. So they printed more, a lot more, which made its value fall and made the prices of most everything, including stocks, gold, and commodities, rise. That's when I first learned the principle that when central banks print a lot of money to relieve a crisis, buy stocks, gold, and commodities, because their value will rise and the value of paper money will fall. This printing of money is also what happened in 2008 to relieve the mortgage-driven debt crisis, and in 2020 to relieve the pandemic-driven economic crisis, and it almost certainly will happen in the future. So I suggest that you keep this principle in mind.
Yeah, all that was before Bitcoin, buying stocks and all that little crap. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with gold. Honestly, I don't have any problem with gold. It's just a slower race and horse in the race. Verbal. Buck, it'll be interesting. You know, a lot of the big wigs still have a vast amount of money tied in the stock market, so I'm sure it won't be going anywhere anytime soon. LOL. Yeah, not anytime soon. But it's good for us because we can get cheap sats. You know what I mean? Something just happened. Somebody just sent in 50 sats. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. 50 sats. Thank you so much. That really helps. Helps me pay these bills around here. Hey, Buck. So, yeah. So, check it out, guys. We got a new map. For those of you who haven't seen it, we got some new people on it. That's why it's so spread out like that. But we got somebody down there in Mexico right now. Ricardo is in Mexico City. We got Otis in Texas. Sin Diesel in Texas. And we got Jor way up here in Canada. Ian, Clean Your Machine. We got people all over the map. So, yeah, so I made the names bigger and put the orange dots on there. So I hope you guys like it so we can see it a little better. I want to fill this whole globe up, man. All around the globe. You know, because we're the seeds. We're the seeds that are being planted. And we need to come all over here. You know, but my main concern, honestly, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm an American. And I want America to adopt Bitcoin first and foremost and the most. Because it'll help everybody, to be honest. I really, truly believe that. Especially with Trump in office and his people that'll follow behind him. Love the new map, Jerry. Hey, it's for you, man. You called it out, and I had to do it. You were right. I wouldn't even have thought about doing it, but I stayed up. I was studying how to do it because I ain't that smart. And I got it done. All right, so let's see who's on the wheel. Clean Your Machine. BAW. Am I missing anybody here? Because there's 21 people in here right now, and there's only 17 people on the... I bet you Sharper's on here. Sharper's in here. He's just not saying anything. Is anybody in here that doesn't see their name on here? Please raise your hand and let me know because we're going to spin for block 577. Please and thank you. And don't forget, and this is for Ricardo and Silver Fox. In order to win, you have to be here. You have to be subscribed, but also you have to have a speed wallet. So if you win, you just download it on your app store. Download the speed wallet and then use my QR code, and we'll both get some free sats. And it's a really good wallet too. You know, don't put too much sats on there, guys, but it's really good. Hey, Rudy. There you are. How are you, sir? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. The Scorpion got you working hard or hardly working? Which one? Got Rudy in there. All right, so I'm going to spin it. And let's see who wins it. Good luck, everyone. The Wheel of Satoshi. These 100 sats will get you a lot in the future. Letha. Congratulations, Letha. You're hanging in there good, man. Good to see that. Good to hear it. Congratulations, Letha. Letha said, woo. Yes. Love it. We love Letha. We missed you so much yesterday, Letha. Judas the Trader. Watch BTC closely. BTC will soon begin to draw value from gold. All those who took refuge in gold will be obliterated. Okay. How are you, Judas? Is Judas a real person? Oh, yeah. Congrats. Congrats, Leah. Letha. Give mines to Megan. Okay. Very nice, Letha. Thank you. Maggie, you are a winner. Look at that. Very nice. Nice. Auto correct. Yeah, I know. Good, good. Thank you for asking. Good, man. We're spinning for free Satoshis. You want me to put your name on the wheel? Anybody familiar with Judas? He likes the caps. Letha, the first lady of BTC. Absolutely. First lady. Yes, she is. Congrats, Letha. Can I use my Strike wallet if I want? Yeah, you can use it. You can use it. I'm just trying to sneak in some free sats for me and you. Yeah, you can use this. It's cool. Blessings from Romania. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the map, brother, if that's okay. What part of Romania are you at? I have a friend in Romania, I think. Hey, you got sats? Romania in the house. Thank you, Lee. We were just talking about that, being on that side of the world. What part of Romania, if you don't mind me asking? Judas. So I can put you on the map. And what time is it over there, too? Let's do another spin while he's doing that. This is for 578. Let's get it. Let's get these sats. 578 belongs to Letha. Boom, Letha. $2:44 a.m. Letha, congratulations. Okay, Timisoria. Okay, let me write that. There it is. Timisoria, Romania. Woo! Wow, you are far, my friend. Judas, welcome, sir. You are on the board with us. Boom. Put your name large. Boom. Welcome, Judas. Just talking about this side of the map. Wow, look at that. Patrick and Ben, Judas, 2:44 a.m. Wow. Welcome, man. Welcome. We're getting bigger and bigger, guys. It's crazy, man. Wow. It's rigged, yeah. Oh my goodness. Michelle, where have you been, young lady? How are you? Good to see you. Wow, let me put Michelle on here. I was just thinking about you the other day. I said, man, I must have ran her off. Michelle don't want no free sats. She don't want the free sats no more. I said, Jerry talks too much. I don't want no free sats. Welcome, Michelle. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you. How you been? How are you? Everything okay on your end? The Bitcoin Queen, yes. Letha again. Boom. Congrats, Letha. Give mine to Michelle. Look at you, Michelle. Just got in. Somebody handing you some Satoshis. Now, Michelle, I had your address memorized, but I forgot it now. You've been gone so long. I done forgot it now. Is it spin time? Hey, I runs New York. What's up, brother? How are you, sir? I runs New York. Now, Michelle, if you don't mind, ma'am, as you can see, we have a map now that we're putting all the Bitcoiners for freedom on. So if you don't mind, can you drop your city and state? Not your address, but everybody's putting their cities and states so we can see and fill up this map and see where everybody's at. If you don't mind, Michelle. Let's get flames in the chat for Letha. Yes. Bit of a panic in the house. My granddaughter got a dime stuck in her nose. All good. We saved her. Man, kids are fine. Oh, my goodness. Well, she's okay. Good, man. Good. Letha, internet make the world a small village. It sure does. Yes. Oh my God, clean your machine. Yes, Letha, you don't have to do that. Give nice to Judas for being up so late and checking. Yes, that's so nice. Checking in. Yes. Give mine to Judas for being up this late and checking in. Okay. Very nice of you. Judas, you just won 100 Satoshis from Mia. Hello, Michelle. Otis. I'm doing well. Don't do me like that, Jerry. You did us like that, Michelle. Atlanta. Okay. ATL. I know where that's at. Atlanta, Georgia. You down there by Maggie. Good to see you, Michelle. Okay. Put you in orange. Boom. Put your name large. Put your name in lights, Michelle. Boom. We got you, man. We got you. Boom. Filling this map up, y'all. Look at all these big corners. Big corners for freedom. Look at that. Man, that is nice. I love seeing that, man. I love it. I stare at it even when I'm not live. Fires. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Ricardo, thank you very much for adding me, Gerald. No problem. I'm working pumping BTC in the last 2 days. I wanted to make Trump sack Jerome Powell. Yes, absolutely. Aiden, what's up, brother? How are you, young man? Let me put you on here. I'll put you on the wheel of fortune or misfortune, the troll says. Wheel of Satoshi. Hello, young man. We appreciate you, man. Nice, Judas. Hey, everyone. I come to watch and I just sit back and enjoy. Yes. We come to learn, too, though. We're going to learn something, too, Michelle. Me, too. Can't do that with Bitcoin. I hear you, Clean. Yes, sure can't. Can't get nothing stuck in your nose with Bitcoin. For real. Salute, brother. OMG, for real. BTC Gospel. That was very, very nice for her. Purple. Anytime, Juice. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yes. Hope everyone is doing well. Judas, do you have a speed wallet, sir? We'd like you to have one. If you don't, download the speed wallet and then use this QR code right there. All right. Yeah, Bitcoin's up 7% today. Not happy about it. How many dots on the map? Let's see, Bitcoin. Bug 52. Let's see. A lot. Too many to count. I can count over here on the side panel, though. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 buck 50. 125K by July 4th. I hope not. Man. I hope not. But it probably will. Queen M. Okay, there it is. You know what? I think I got you written down in here. Michelle, hold on. I have to blow. I got to blow. Hold on, Michelle. Got to blow the dust off it. Because you've been gone. Where you at, Michelle? Let me see. Yeah, I got you on here. Michelle. Yep. Queen 73. Yep. Got it. Speed while I don't have it, that one, but I can make one. Yeah. Download that and then use this QR code. Michelle, you know I got to mess with you. All right, let's get another spin in. We get this money and let's spin it to win it. Let's see who's going to win it. This is 579. Watch it be Letha again. Silver Fox. Boom. Congratulations. Silver Fox. Spin it. Yes. All right, let's do another spin for block 580. Good luck to everyone. Imagine we got 100 people in here. What's going to happen? Congrats, Silver. Silver, I need your wallet address. VAW. I freaking love doing this, man. Do you know I look forward to this every day? It's like my whole day is surrounded by this. Like this is my new job now. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So drop the address, Silver Fox. Don't put the whole address in. Just like break it up, like say the name and then this and this and this, because YouTube won't let you download it. Silver Fox, congrats, yes. Woohoo, VAW. He's the man. So many winners, so many winners. I gotta pay all y'all too. Trump meeting Xi Jinping next month. Probably. Congrats, VW. Congrats. VW, where you at? Let's go, VW. I know you about to tell me who you want to give it to. One of these lovely young ladies. I already know that, VW. I'm telling you, man. When you come to Vegas, I'm coming with you. I'm hanging with you, brother. Oh my goodness, hold on. I am hanging. Somebody just sent me 1,000 satoshis. Thank you so much, but you guys not putting your name on here. Come on, guys. I'm trying to give you some. Thank you for doing that. You're not giving me no props. I can't give you no props. Thank you very much. That helps me pay the bills around here. Because I got a lot of them. VW, which one of these lovely young ladies you going to give it to? I know you're going to give it to one of them. Thanks, everyone. Love you guys. Jerry, so many lovely queens of Bitcoin. Help me choose. It's tough, man. We got some nice looking ladies in here, VW, and you don't want to give it to one and make the other one mad. It's like, oh, should I give her 25? Her 25. It's tough, man. If it was me, though, can't say it was me. If it was me, though, can't tell you that. Hey, Jerry, got my full situation. I'm good, man. Good. Congratulations. We're both going to get some money off that. Both going to get some money. Let me stop, guys. Let me stop. All right, let's do another spin for 581 VAW. Got to make a decision, sir. Letha, Meggie. Now you don't have to give it to Meggie, VAW, because she just won. So that's one you can take off. I mean, I'm just saying, man, this is a pretty easy decision for me anyways. But somebody hasn't been around in a while. Just saying, VAW. Ladies that haven't been around in a while, and the new ladies, nice, yes. Congrats, Maggie. Congrats, yes. Send it to Alex. Okay. Look at you. Good mommy. Congratulations, Alex and Savannah. Eek. Michelle, so she can keep coming back. Hey, man. Hey, VW, you ready to hear first, bro? You know what I'm saying? Michelle's coming once a month now. You gotta incentivize her, man. I'm gonna identify as a lovely young lady today. I'm about to too, Corey. For real, if I can get me some stats. All right, so we watched part 1 of the Changing World Order. That was a little intro at the beginning of it. Oh, we're at 582. Let's do a spin for that. Wow, these blocks are coming out real fast, guys. I'm gonna be broke after this. LOL, Corey. Zach, yes. I'm gonna be broke. Well, we already how many spins we did so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spins already. Because yesterday I think only did like 8 or 9 or 10 total. We've been in an hour already. Okay, you don't have to bite my head off. Send to Michelle. Michelle, you got to come back though. Don't take the sats and run, Michelle. You reading this, Michelle? Michelle, you got to come back though. Don't take the sats and run. Dang, all right. Where's Joe today? I think he's sleeping, to be honest with you. He was saying something about sleeping. So, but it's all good. Good choice, VAW. Just saying, you can't lose with either one of these ladies, honestly. You really can't. Look at you, Michelle. You ain't even winning and you're winning. Ain't even winning and you're winning, Michelle. Come on now. Rapid fire. I don't know. Quantum, what's up, brother? I already have you on the list. Hold on. I got you. No, you knew. Okay, what's up, bro? How are you? I got to show you the new map. Quantum Bitcoin. Look at this, Quantum. Look what we did. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Got it. Got the orange. Corey from Got Sats called it out. Oh, whoa, Otis. Hold on now. I be in here just quiet. So, Michelle, you been in here this whole time, and you ain't said nothing to nobody. I knew somebody was window shopping and wasn't saying nothing. Well, I appreciate it. At least you learned something, though. You know, appreciate that. She hit it and Otis, come on, bro. Thank you so much for doing that, but you don't got to do that, man. YouTube, send more people to the chat. Thank you, man. That really helps, bro. Seriously, even though YouTube takes a third of it, I appreciate that anyways. No, I'm just joking. Thank you, though, man. That really, really helps and really, really means a lot because it does help with YouTube because they want their money. They don't want, us sending sats and cut out the middle, man. I appreciate you, Otis. Thank you, bro. What's up, Scorpion's up in here? I didn't even see him. Did I miss him? Nice map. Thank you, Quantum. VW, I enjoy being missed. Good. You have been missed, Michelle. Oh, it's coming in hot with super chat. Cheers, my brother. Hey, man, this is like the third one he's giving me, man. Keep my lights on over here. And do that buck, yeah. Ladies listen. The ladies are getting love, but we got some nice looking women in our chat. Every last one of them. Just click on their pictures, man. We have a beauty contest up in here. Michelle, if I understand, respect, yes. You wow, y'all wow. Yes. All right, so where we at now? Where we at? We have 582, yeah, because these blocks coming out too damn quick for me. Y'all gonna break me. All right, let's do another spin for our 582. And let's get back into the video. Good luck. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's spinning, but it's not. David, you're the winner. I was spinning and didn't have it on. You can have my Fiat. Thanks, man. Hi, Jerry. I made it live. Noah, what's up? How are you? David, are you in here? I'm going to do a spin again because y'all didn't get to see it go around. Thank you, Otis. I appreciate that, brother. The dirty Fiat. Noah, let me put your name on the list. I think I know who you are. I think I've seen you before. Appreciate you stopping by. Is David here, though? That's the question. David's here. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, good. All right. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do another spin for that block because you guys didn't see it spinning. That was my fault. Hey, Jerry, I'm good. Made it stateside. Okay. No, you see this map over here, right? Congrats, David. Yes, sir. I'm going to need somebody to do these chats for me. My brother, I see you. Salute. Congrats, David. David, congrats. Noah, if you don't mind, can you tell us what location you're at? We're putting everybody on the map. If you don't mind. Don't give us your address, though. Just give us your city and state. Excuse me, if you feel comfortable with it, that is. Please and thank you. My brother, I see you. Salute. Congrats, David. David. They love you, David. Good to hang out with my peeps. Hey, Noah. Ricardo, I just sent 1,000 sacks for spreading Bitcoin knowledge. Thank you. Was that you earlier that did that? Thank you very much. Yeah, I got 3 1,000 sats total. Thank you so much. I am in Wisconsin. Okay, are you comfortable with saying what part? Thank you, Ricardo. That really helps. It really does. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What part of Wisconsin, if you don't mind me asking, Noah? You can say Southwest, or you don't got to say the city if you're not comfortable. That is. And while he's doing that, let's do another spin so I can give you all my money. Bitcoin John. You are the winner, sir. But you know the rules. You got to be here to win. Yeah, Letha, me, and Megan, all my sats will go to them. Nice. David, Jerry, take me out the wheel from now. We got to go. Okay, David. Got you, bro. David, where you at? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, if you guys leave, just tell me so I can take you off the wheel while you're gone. Madison, okay. Madison, Wisconsin. Thank you, Noah. Madison, Wisconsin. I think we had somebody else right around there. Yes, we did. Boom. Noah, is that what it was? Okay. Noah, you're going to get an orange pin. You're going to get your name large, and you're going to get your name in orange, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Look at this map, y'all. We zooming out. Listen, America is a big place, but is it really? Is it really, guys? Look at that. We're all here. You know, we're all neighbors. We ain't that far away. Love it. Hit the like button. I forgot. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ian. Congrats, BTC John. Yes. My baby daughter graduates college this year up there. She's a Manitowoc. See? We're all connected somehow. Congratulations to her. Shell, Bitcoin John. I can't figure out how to get you my Lightning address. You can download the Speed Wallet. It's a really good wallet, Silver, because it makes it a lot easier for me, man, on here. And then once you do your Lightning wallet, which Speed, then you can just send it to your regular wallet. So just download the Speed Wallet, man, and then just use this QR code, bro, if you don't mind. That QK5GJ3. It's very easy, man. That way I can just put your name on it. We can just, because I got everybody on Speed Wallet, man. You know what I mean, Silver? Then once you get to a certain amount, just send it to your regular one. Please and thank you. Thank you, Otis. Stay safe, brother. Otis. Yeah, orange. Love that. I love it too, man. Love it. You want purple. You want purple. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay. I knew somebody got to be difficult. You want purple with the pin and your name or just the pin, Michelle? Well, y'all just gotta be difficult, don't you? We'll put you in both. See, Michelle got to stand out. That's what she got to do. Michelle's got to stand out. That's okay. That's okay. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and sub. Thank you, Otis. Congrats, Bitcoin John. Megan, yes. Megan's funny. That's what she said. I want. Oh, Megan, you funny. Yes. Awesome verbal. It was one of my son graduates next year. Nice. Nice. Yes. I'll take red. Rudy takes red. Okay. I'm just trying to see if I can get my way. And guess what? You saw it, right? You get in your way, Michelle. You are getting your way. You want your name and the pin in purple, Michelle? Rudy, do you really want red? I mean, the orange is for the Bitcoin, guys. Come on. Trying to do the Bitcoin thing. Just trying to see her. Just the name when she come back. Give just the name when she come back to give her the dot. Yeah. Noah, awesome. Very much. My son graduates next year. Nice. Michelle, Purple Hearts. Yes. I forgot what I said. Did I say just the name? I said just the name. All right, I'm gonna give you your name and then the orange pin. Okay. And then if I'm wrong, just tell me, Michelle. Okay. So wait, which one was it again? Orange pin. Put the orange pin. Okay. Okay, Silver Fox. I need your address so I can send you these sats. Oh, I got you, Megan. I got you. Purple rain. Silver. Okay, let me take you off the wheel. Thank you. Just remember, email me, Silver Fox. And here's my email right here. Email me here and send me your address, sir. Please and thank you. Mimi, she's in the house. How are you, ma'am? See, we got the map all lit up. Got one person sticking out, of course, Michelle. She gotta be different. It's okay. My Silver Fox. Mimi, hello. Babe, if we would admit it to it, life would just go a little smoother. Yep. Send them to the next person in chat. Okay, got you. Sing it, Jerry. Yes, thank you. Mimi. All right, let me see where we at with these blocks. Okay, we're all caught up. All right, so let's get part 2 going of the move this real quick. Changing World Order, part 2. To understand what is coming at you, you need to understand what happened before you. Yes.
Experiences gave me another.
I'm driving now, but I'm listening. Got you. BW, tell me about it. Can't live with you, can't live without you. We love you ladies. You ain't lying. We love you ladies. It's for real. Mimi gets Silver Fox's sats. Okay. Mimi, I'm going to give you Silver Fox's sats. Mimi. That's perfect. Joe, what's up, my brother? Just woke up. Glad to be here. How are you, sir? Well, now the chat's about to be lit now. Yeah, let me put you on. If you're up, that means Tori's up too. Yeah, everybody was asking about you, bro. We're watching the Changing World Order. While we watch part 1. Got about 8 spins in. Gonna watch part 2 of it. Talk about good timing, right? Sleepyhead, yes. Let's do it.
Principle, which is to understand what is coming at you, you need to understand what happened before you. That principle led me to study how the Roaring '20s bubble turned into the 1930s depression.
EB, you here, my brother Joe. Glad you got some rest. Tell Tori hi. What's up, EB? Let me put you on the list, brother. Let me ask you guys a question. How is the video coming in when I play? Is it too loud? You want me to turn it down? Because it sounds loud on my end. Good to see you, EB. But it could just be my speakers. I don't know. You guys tell me. It's fine? Okay, cool. Thank you. Hey, EB. Not you as soon as she gets up. Cool. Great here. Okay.
Which gave me the lessons that allowed me to anticipate and profit from the 2007 bubble, turning into the 2008 bust. All these experiences led me to develop an almost instinctual urge to look to the past for similar situations, to learn how to handle the future.
All right. Good night, Meggies. Thanks for stopping by. We love you, Megs. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Okay, good. Thank you.
Future well. Changing orders. Over the last few years, 3 big things that hadn't happened in my lifetime prompted me to do this study. First, countries didn't have enough money to pay their debts, even after lowering interest rates to 0, so their central banks began printing lots of money to do so. Second, big internal conflicts emerged due to growing gaps in wealth and values. This showed up in political populism and polarization between the left, who want to redistribute wealth, and the right, who want to defend those holding the wealth. And third, increasing external conflict between a rising great power and the leading great power, as is now happening with China and the United States. So I looked back. I saw that all these had happened together before, many times, and nearly always led to changing domestic and world orders. The last time this sequence happened was from 1930 to 1945. What exactly is an order, you might ask? It's a governing system for people dealing with each other. There are internal orders for governing within countries, typically laid out in constitutions. And there is a world order for governing between countries, typically laid out in treaties. Internal orders change at different times than world orders, though whether within or between countries, these orders typically change after wars. Civil wars within countries.
Okay, Al, good night. Enjoy your dinner, honey. We love you. Alex, we love you very much. Let me take you off the list. Thank you, Al. The real estate bubble about to burst. Yup. My time, brother. Love you, brother. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good night. You too, brother. Good evening. Yes. BW and Alex. I got to take you off the list. Saying that out loud so I can remember.
International wars between countries. They happen when revolutionary new forces defeat weak old orders. For example, the U.S. internal order was laid out in the Constitution in 1789 after the American Revolution, and it is still operating today, even after the American Civil War. Russia got rid of its old order and established a new one with the Russian Revolution in 1917, which ended in 1991 with a relatively bloodless revolution. China began its current internal order in 1949 when the Chinese Communist Party won the Civil War. You get the idea. The current world order, commonly called the American World Order, formed after the Allied victory in World War II, when the U.S. emerged as the dominant world power. It was set out in agreements and treaties for how global governance and monetary systems work. In 1944, the New World Monetary System was laid out in the Bretton Woods Agreement and established the dollar as the world's leading reserve currency. A reserve currency is a currency that is commonly accepted around the world.
Remember, we learned about that in the last series, the Bretton Woods Agreement, 1944, where it established the American dollar as good as gold in the world reserve currency. And again, it was already downhill before that, but it definitely went downhill after that.
And having one is a key factor in a country becoming the richest and most powerful empire. With a new dominant power and monetary system established, a new world order begins. These changes take place in a timeless and universal cycle that I call the Big Cycle. I'll start with a quick overview, then give you a more complete version, and then direct you to my book if you want more. As I studied the 10 most powerful empires over the last 500 years and the last 3 reserve currencies, it took me through the rise and decline of the Dutch Empire and the guilder, the British Empire and the pound, the rise and early decline in the United States Empire and the dollar, and the decline and rise of the Chinese Empire and its currencies, as well as the rise and decline of the Spanish, German, French, Indian, Japanese, Russian, and Ottoman empires, along with their significant conflicts, as measured in this chart. To understand China's patterns better, I also studied the rise and fall of Chinese dynasties and their monies back to the year 600. Because looking at all these measures at once can be confusing, I'll focus on the 4 most important ones: the Dutch, British, US, and Chinese. You'll quickly notice the pattern. Now let's simplify the form a bit. As you can see, they transpired in overlapping cycles that lasted about 250 years.
So what they're saying right here is the U.S. is losing its power and China is gaining. And this is why Trump understands what's going on here. This is why he's putting the pressure on them, because he knows that they got too much power. And he doesn't want the United States to, lose and decline in our power, our dollar, and our global dominance. And as China's rising, we're falling. And Trump ain't having none of that.
With 10 to 20-year transition periods between them. Typically, these transitions have been periods of great conflict because leading powers don't decline without a fight. So how am I measuring an empire's power? In this study, I used 8 metrics. Each country's measure of total power is derived by averaging them together. They are education.
Department of Education. Trump wants to change that because, again, out of 40 countries, top 40 countries, we're 40th, and we spend the most.
Inventiveness and technology development.
We're not that good with that.
Competitiveness in global markets.
We have the biggest market, but China makes everything.
Economic output. Share of world
We don't make anything.
trade.
Share of world trade, we got the biggest market.
Military strength.
We got a pretty good military, but China's catching up.
The power of their financial center for capital markets.
We have a good financial center compared to everybody else. It sucks here in America with the dollar and the broken system, but compared to everybody else, we do have the world reserve currency, and we're doing decent, especially with Trump and Elon trying to cut the fat out of the meat, out of the spending.
And the strength of their currency as a reserve currency.
We're not doing that well in that department, even though, again, we are the cleanest shirt in the dirty hamper. We're still dirty, but we are beating China in that aspect. So, again, the eight strengths, yeah, China's kind of beating us right now until Trump tries to get us back. America let China get the power it has. It's a shame. Yep, that's exactly what they did. Exactly, Joe.
Because these powers are measurable, we can see how strong each country is now, was in the past, and whether they're rising or declining. By examining the sequences from many countries, we can see how a typical cycle transpires. And because the wiggles can be confusing, we can simplify it a bit to focus on the pattern of cause-effect relationships that drive the rise and decline of a typical empire. As you can see, better education typically leads to increased innovation and technology development, and with a lag, the establishment of the currency as a reserve currency. You can also see that these forces then declined in a similar order, reinforcing each other's decline. Let's now look at the typical sequence of events going on inside a country that produces these rises and declines. In a nutshell, the big cycle typically begins after a major conflict, often a war, establishes the new leading power and the new world order. Because no one wants to challenge this power, a period of peace and prosperity typically follows. As people get used to this peace and prosperity, they increasingly bet on it continuing. They borrow money to do that, which eventually leads to a financial bubble. The empire's share of trade grows, and when most transactions are conducted in its currency, it becomes a reserve currency, which leads to even more borrowing. At the same time, this increased prosperity distributes wealth unevenly, so the wealth gap typically grows between the rich haves and the poor have-nots. Eventually, the financial bubble bursts, which leads to the printing of money, and increased internal conflict between the rich and the poor, which leads to some form of revolution to redistribute wealth. This can happen peacefully or as a civil war.
Sound familiar, right? The left and the right is doing that right now with the crazy left and MAGA. Not only is he fighting against the left, but he's fighting against the bureaucracy and the mainstream media.
While the empire struggles with this internal conflict, its power diminishes relative to external rival powers on the rise. When a new rising power gets strong enough to compete with the dominant power that is having domestic breakdowns, external conflicts, most typically wars, take place. Out of these internal and external wars come new winners and losers. Then the winners get together to create the new world order, and the cycle begins again. As I looked back, I saw that these cause and effect relationships drove the cycles of rises and declines all the way back to the Roman Empire. I saw how the stories of each one of these cycles blended together with others before, during, and after, in the same way as each individual story blends with others to make the epic 500-year story that is our collective history. And like human life cycles, no two are exactly the same, but most are similar. They're driven by logical cause and effect relationships that progress through stages from birth to strength and maturity to weakness and inevitably decline. However, that's like saying a person's life cycle takes 80 years on average, without recognizing that many are much shorter and many are longer. While age can be a good indicator of future longevity, a better way is to look at health indicators. One can do that with empires and their vital signs too. I found that by watching the indicators of power change, I was able to see what stage a country was in.
Leadership capabilities. Let's read those. Leadership capabilities. We're good with Trump. Education levels. Again, break down the federal board of education and bring it down to the state level and have competition in the market. Character and determination. I think Trump has a lot of determination. Character is, that's up for debate. If China gets more BTC, then they will win. I'm exactly, Otis. I'm going to get into that. Rule of law. Again, closed borders, backing the police, getting criminals out of here, getting illegals out of here, cleaning up the streets, cleaning up the drugs. So we're good with that. Corruption. Again, Trump is trying to end the corruption and on the federal level with the bureaucracy, right? Trying to clean up the bloat. Trying to take down some of these 450 departments of federal government. It's too big. So he's trying to disincentivize these crooked prostitutions or politicians, I call them. resource allocation efficiency. I think that's pretty good with Doge because, again, the resources allocating efficiently to the right places. In other words, stop giving dollars to people that don't need it, and openness to global thinking. I think Trump's doing a great job. So if we keep this up, we'll be good. I might have been behind the stream, LOL. Yeah, you are a little bit, Aiden. I noticed that.
Which helped me to anticipate what was likely to come next. Now, I'll take you through the big cycle in more detail. Give me 20 minutes and I'll give you the last 500 years of history and show you the similar patterns across the Dutch, British, US, and Chinese empires.
Yep. There you have it. I love watching stuff like this, man. The problem is it's going to change. In the past it was a lot different, but the technology is going to change that world order. You know what I mean? And whoever wins in robotics and AI, and whoever has the most Bitcoin will win. It's just as simple as that, right? All those indicators mean something, but again, you got to be leading the world in AI and robotics, because again, all these little slavery jobs that they have today is going to go away once the robots come in. I've watched this 3 times already. Me too. I watched it a few times myself. It's really good. It's really good to watch it every year or two, because this came out in 22, just to see where we're at. You know what I mean? And once Trump got in, I look at this whole thing completely different. So, all right, let's see where we're at in the blocks, so we can do a spin. 584. Okay, let's do 2 spins real quick. 583, 584. Let's spin it. And let's see who wins it. Am I missing anybody? Hey, Rye Bread? How are you? It's called Changing World Order. The Changing World Order. The Changing World Order. Here, let me go to it. Let me put you on the wheel. How are you? Rye Bread. I think I've seen you before. Rye Bread. Your name right? Rye Bread? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Oops. Yeah, it's right here, sir. Let me put the link in the description box for the video. We all need to put our sats together and get these Earth ships going soon. For real. Exactly. Mimi said, "You're missing me." Got you, Mimi. Sorry about that, ma'am. Very sorry about that. How can we forget Mimi? You came in during the video. That's why. You came into class while we're playing remember back in the days when we used to play the videos in the class? I'm on there, Jerry. Okay, got you. Good, brother. I'm a little late. It's all good, Rye Bread. It's all good. No problem. No problem. So we're going to spin it for 100 Satoshis. Again, Monday through Thursday is 100 Satoshis. But on Fat Zap Fridays, every Friday we get double for double to spin. So without further ado, let's spin for 583 and let's see who gets it. And let's see who wins it in the Wheel of Satoshi. It's going to be Corey. Congratulations, Corey. Congratulations, sir. RTAX 2.0. Many will not make it trying to navigate and time the markets. That looks like a bot to me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's do 584. Definitely looks like a bot. No, okay. No, you're not. Okay. I runs New York. Congratulations, sir. We have a map right here, guys. We're putting down everybody, their cities where they're at, so we can, build our group, our Bitcoiners for Freedom group. Rye Bread, what city and state you coming from, brother? Congrats, Corey. Thanks, Ian, buddy. Yes. Woohoo. RTX 2.0. What city and state you come from? Many will not make it trying to navigate and time the markets. I agree. I agree. My point is these markets are crazy. Yes. I agree with that, man. Rye bread, you in Philly. We got somebody else in Philly too. Philly. Rye bread. Philadelphia. Boom. Rye bread. Where did you come up with that name, my friend? I love it though. Love it. Somebody else in Philly. Boom. Bitcoiners for Freedom group is getting bigger and bigger. We're all Bitcoiners and we all love our freedom. Look at that. Look at that. Crazy. I'm in Philly, Jerry. Yep, that's who I was talking about. Welcome, Artex. Trey, Chicago. What's up, Trey? Hello, Rye Bread. Artex, where you at, brother? Trey, I already got you, don't I? Trey, what's up, my friend? Let me see. I got somebody in Chicago. I think. Yeah, that's I got. Got you, Trey. Appreciate you letting me know that. Chi-Town. I heard it's wild out there right now, bro. I heard it's real wild out there. Y'all be careful out there, man. Trey, what you think about Brandon Johnson, man? You like him or what? You like Brandon Johnson? Hello, Rye Bread. Hello, Trey. Crypto bubbles in the green pumping Bitcoin. Crypto bubbles in the green, Bitcoin pumping. Yeah. What up, Chi-Town here too? Yep. 2 Chi-Town boys. Trey, what's up, neighbor? Yeah, and Trey. Chi-Town here, yes. EB. Hold on, where you at, EB? EB is in where you at, EB? I got you on here, bro. Let's see where you at, EB. There's so many people on this thing now. EB, I don't think I got you on here, bro. Do I? EB, you Chi-Town too? Trey, what's up, neighbor? Ricardo, I appreciate if you can add me to that group of Bitcoiners for Freedom. Is it on Telegram? No, bro. It's on Signal. Joe, can you drop that link for me, brother? EB, you in Chi-Town too, bro? Brandon Johnson sucked, man. Should have kept Lightfoot if that was the case. For real. He's even worse. He's worse than Lightfoot, man. Trey, this is the way. EB. Okay, so EB, you in Chi-Town. I don't got you on here, man. I don't even got you on here, bro. I think. Hold on. What's that? No, I don't. How'd I miss you, EB? Boom. EB. How'd I miss my man EB, man? Lars, y'all boys is got 3 of y'all out there. What kind of casino games do you play? I'm all about the blackjack. I play blackjack too. Okay, Joe. Welcome back, Ricardo. Rye Bed. Lots of East Coast Bitcoiners. Love it. Yeah. Let me fix this map real quick. Fix this map. Yeah, we got some East Coasters over here, man. We got 2 Philly people, 3 Chi-Town people. I got 4 people in Vegas with me. 4 of us in Vegas. It's only been me and Corey lately, though. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to take you off the list for a minute, brother. Thank you. Yeah, we up in here, man. I'm in West Town, Chicago. Nice. Yep, that's Chicago area code for show. Link dropped. Ricardo, that link right there. Go there. If you want to join our group, it's $1 a month on Signal starting May 1st. We got a good group in there too, man. So Bitcoin to the moon. What a time to be alive. Absolutely. East Coast. Boom. Trey 606-228. 60628. Boom. Chi-Town boys is in the house, man. Roseland and Pullman. Okay, y'all giving y'all addresses now. I don't advise that. Just saying, man. Just saying. Trey, let me change your name up, bro. I got some real Chi-Town boys, man. That's what's up. Put a little comment there. Boom. Trey Day. There you go. Yeah, we just need to fill up North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. You know, we'll be good. EB, I'm on the west side, so you know what I'm doing. Chi-Town split meet up for real. Y'all boys going to be Bitcoining and smoking. I feel you, man. I feel you. Is that me on the wheel as Joe, or am I missing? That's you, bro. Joe, I summon Satoshi and Tori. Right there in Philly. Oh, on the wheel, sorry. Yeah, I got you on the wheel, bro. I got you at the top right there. I got you. Strike notification. Hold on, somebody did something. Oh, somebody sent me another 1,000 sats. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. No note, but thank you so much. That helps pay the bills around here. I got a lot of them. All right, where we at? Let's see. Okay, let's spin 585 and then we'll play part 3. So let's get it. Sorry, Joe. Rye bread. Boom, rye bread. Rye Bear, do you have a speed wallet, sir? Because that's what we're using. If you do not have one, Rye Bread, download right there. I know, right? Larry Mixon, Jerry, what up? What's up, Larry? It looks like Trump folded to China. Did he really? Respect to Trump and the USA. I didn't see. I don't know. Rye Bread, download the speed wallet if you haven't already, and use that QR code right there, my brother. Larry, let me put you on a Wizio, man. How are you, sir? Larry. Did Trump fold? I didn't even see it. Looks like Trump. Quantum, nice. Oh, yeah. Respect to Trump and the USA. Yeah, the tariffs are off for China, my friend. Dang, I didn't even know that. China won. I mean, congrats, Rye Bread, but I'm not really into Rye Bread. We lost. Okay. Rye Bread, just download the speed wallet. Go to your app store, download Bitcoin speed wallet, download that, and then use that QR code right there at the bottom of the screen. China is a huge threat to us. We couldn't compete. That must have just happened, Larry. I'm not saying it's not, but I've been on this, so I don't know. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get up part 3. Did I already do part 3? Okay, let's do part 3.
500 years of big cycles. I'm going to describe the typical cycle by dividing it into 3 phases: the rise, the top, and the decline. The rise. Successful new orders that rise, both internal and external, are typically started by powerful revolutionary leaders doing 4 things. First, they win power by gaining more support than the opposition. Second, they consolidate power by converting, weakening, or eliminating the opposition so they don't stand in their way. Third, They establish systems and institutions that make the country work well. And fourth, they pick their successors well, or create systems that do that. Because a great empire requires many great leaders over several generations. At this stage, soon after winning the fight, there is typically a period of peace and growing prosperity because the leadership is clearly dominant and has broad support, so no one wants to fight it. During this phase, leaders within the country have to design an excellent system to raise the country's wealth and power. First and foremost, to be great, they must have strong education, which is not just teaching knowledge and skills, but also strong character, civility, and work ethic. These are typically taught in the family, schools, and religious institutions. That provides a healthy respect for rules and laws, order within society, low corruption, and enables them to unite behind a common purpose and work well together. As they do this, they increasingly shift from producing basic products to innovating and inventing new technologies. For example, the Dutch rose to defeat the Habsburg Empire and become superbly educated. They became so inventive that they came up with a quarter of all major inventions in the world, the most important of which was the invention of ships that could travel around the world to collect great riches, and the invention of capitalism, as we know it today, to finance those voyages. They, like all leading empires, enhanced their thinking by being open to the best thinking in the world. As a result, the people in the country become more productive and more competitive in world markets, which shows up in their growing economic output and rising share of world trade. You can see this happening now as the US and China are roughly comparable in both their economic outputs and their shares of world trade. As countries trade more globally, they must protect their trade routes and their foreign interests from attack, so they develop great military strength.
This is why we needed to get the Panama Canal back, and stop all the nonsense going on in the Panama Canal. I think we can break this cycle. We buy Bitcoin and have another 8 years in office to fix this government. Yeah, I agree with that. Larry is not happy with Trump right now. Can anybody double check that for me? Well, not right now. We'll check it later. Because Larry's saying that Trump folded to China. I mean, I didn't see that before I got online, but we'll see.
Done well, this virtuous cycle leads to strong income growth, which can be used to finance investments in education, infrastructure, and research and development. They must also develop systems to incentivize and empower those that have the ability to make or take wealth. In all of these cases, the most successful empires used a capitalist approach to develop productive entrepreneurs. Even China, which is run by the Chinese Communist Party, used a form of this capitalist approach.
See, this is why we got to stop China, man. This right here.
Deng Xiaoping, when asked about this, said, "It doesn't matter if it's a white cat or a black cat, as long as it catches mice. And it's glorious to be rich." To do this well, they must develop their capital markets. Most importantly, their lending, bond, and stock markets. That allows people to convert their savings into investments to fund invention and development and share in the successes of those who make great things happen. The Dutch created the first publicly listed company, the Dutch East India Company, and the first stock market to fund it, which were integral parts of the system that produced massive wealth and power. As a natural consequence, the greatest empires developed the world's leading financial centers for attracting and distributing the world's capital. Amsterdam was the world's financial center when the Dutch were preeminent. London, when the British were on top. New York is now. And China is quickly developing its financial centers. Most importantly, the capitalists, the governments, and the military must work together. Not only did the Dutch work well together, they were one and the same. The Dutch East India Company was granted a trade monopoly from the government and had its own officially sanctioned military to go out into the global markets to make and take wealth. The British followed with the British East India Company and had a similar coordination of their government, business, and military operations. The U.S. military-industrial complex followed suit, as does the Chinese system today. As the country becomes the largest international trading empire, its transactions can be paid with its currency, making it the preferred global medium of exchange. And because their currency is so widely accepted and frequently used, people around the world want to save in it, making it the preferred storehold of wealth, and thus the world's leading reserve currency. The guilder was the world's main reserve currency when the Dutch led world trade. The pound.
I haven't seen anything, Larry. I haven't seen nothing at all, unless somebody else did. I didn't see nothing. I don't know what yet because I'm watching LOL, but Trump said something bad. I got to go research. I don't know. No deal. We lost. I didn't see nothing. So are we talking the Lord? Maddie, what's up? Maddie, I put you on our new map over here. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, Larry was talking about it. Nobody else was but Larry. So I don't know nothing. It wasn't like this. It wasn't, the tariffs weren't off when I came in. So Percent said tariffs on China were unsustainable. Put the link in the description, man, so we can pull it up. Trump says China tariffs will drop substantially, but it won't be zero. Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Was when the British led.
Welcome in, Maddie. I'm gonna put you on the wheel.
And the dollar has been since the U.S. led. Naturally, China's currency is increasingly
Hey, Monique. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you, young lady? Two lovely ladies, Maddie and Monique.
being used as a reserve currency. Having a reserve currency enables the empire to borrow more than other countries. That advantage is huge. Think about it. People all over the world are eager to save and hence lend back their currency to the empire. Countries without a reserve currency don't have that. And when the empire runs out of its own money, remember the United States in 1971?
Okay, Danielle, good night. Thank you for coming in.
They can always print more. The exorbitant privilege afforded by the empire's reserve currency leads borrowing to increase and the beginning of a financial bubble. This series of cause and effect relationships, leading to mutually supportive financial, political, and military powers, bolstered by the borrowing power of a reserve currency, have gone together since history began to be recorded. All the empires that became the most powerful in the world followed this path to the top.
And history repeats itself. So that's the cycle going to the top. But as you see, once it hits the top, it goes down. So Shelly Webb, hey everyone, happy to be here. How are you, ma'am? Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you, Shelly. Neo, yo, Jerry, is true. It's true. Sent you something on Signal. Okay. Don't tell me this man done folded, man. Breaking, U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent says the tariff standoff with China is unsustainable and he expects de-escalation per Bloomberg. The Dow has extended its gain to 1,000 points on the day. Yeah, that was this morning. That didn't mean they dropped it, though. Maddie, China's doing everything to bring the new world order. Yes. Greetings, everyone. How's everyone doing? DAP Data, how are you? Well, let me explain to y'all what's going on here real quick. So we do a spin and we give out free money, the real money, Satoshis. So Shelly, this is her first time in. I'm good, Jerry. How are you? I'm good, Shelly. I'm very good, ma'am. I am very, very good. Oh, Monique. Let me put Dap. Who is this? Dap Data? What in the world is this? Let me put you on here. So what we're doing, everybody, and Shelly, sure don't have a nickname or something? Shelly? Something else? We have a map here, and we're putting all our Bitcoiners on the map. So if you don't mind, can you drop your city and state? Maddie, I got you right here. I got you in Vegas. You're here with me. But Dap Data, what city and state you coming in from, if you don't mind me asking? Great. Ricardo, have to go. See you around, Jerry and everybody. Peace. Okay, man. Good to have you with us, Shelly. Yes, it is. It is good to have her. All right, Ricardo, thank you. Ricardo's from Mexico. So that's cool, man. That's cool. Where are you at on this list? Oh, I think I took you out. Okay, I got you. We're giving out 100 Satoshis every spin, so Stock market today, Dow and S&P, NASDAQ futures jump as Trump says he has no intention of firing Paul. He needs to fire that motherfucker. Whoop, whoop, yep. We produce nothing. What happens in Vegas stays. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this is what we got, man. The map's looking good. Got people all over the country. We got 4 people in Vegas. We got me, Maddie, Corey, and Bazura. We got 1 person in Charlotte, North Carolina. May have more. I don't know. I need to be on that wheel, sir. No, I don't. You don't have a nickname? Okay. Let's see. Boy, Monique. Let's see. Okay, I got you on the wheel. Shelly, what city and state you coming from? Shelly Ann. Yeah. That's a nickname. Ann, maybe change it to Ann or something. USA cannot compete with China. Nah, we can't. So you're right. Wheel, please. Okay, I got you, Dap. I got you on there. I got you. Thank you. Yeah, glad to be here. Yes. Hey, Shelly. Hey. Oh boy, we having a party up in here, ain't we? My goodness. Anyway, Shelly, what city you coming from? City and state and data, if you don't mind me asking, what city and state? So I can put you on the map, the Bitcoiner map. Are you guys Bitcoiners? You guys buy Bitcoin? Let me see. That's a nice picture. We got another lovely lady in here. Wow, we got some pretty women in here. These women are tough in the chat. Yeah, we got some nice ones, man. Vegas. Oh, you're in Vegas too? Okay, cool, man. Let me put you on here. Vegas. Data. Do you know me, by the way? Got people coming in here. I don't know, man. Data. Do you know me personally? Probably do. But we'll see. Orange. Put your name in lights. Large. Boom. You good. 5 people in Vegas. We got Jerry Loves Freedom, Data, Bazura Brothers, Corey, Maddie. Maddie, I don't know if I got you on the right side of town, though. I know you up there somewhere. Letha, boom. NWO will not let China fall. Yeah. She has to be subscribed. Yeah, you got to be subscribed too, Shelly. Ann, you said your name is? Ann, hopefully. Hey, add me to the wheel. What's up, Zach? How are you, sir? You ready to get this money or what? We're watching Changing World Order. I actually have that book sitting right here with me. Let me show it to y'all. Get this book. Very good book. Very good book. Dab Data. Yes, I'm stacking sats. Good. Shelly, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina too, Jerry. What a coincidence. Wow. Okay. Let me put you on the map, ma'am. Let me put you on the map. You're right next to Monique, huh? Good. That's great. Charlotte. Are you on the same side of town as her or what? Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a beautiful city. I've been there a few times. Look at that. Right next to Monique. What a coincidence. Boom. So we're going to put Shelly Ann, you say, ma'am? Put you there. Put your name in lights. Orange and large. May put you extra large. I don't know. All right. Got somebody else from Charlotte. It's cool. Look at everybody. Look at this. Michelle. She's in the ATL. Look at that map, man. That's looking good. Looking real good. Man, y'all got me only on your channel. Okay. Shelly says she buys Bitcoin. Okay, good. I've subscribed. Oh, God. You subscribed years ago, Jerry. 23 to be exact. Well, I haven't had this channel for 23 years. So you might have me mistaken for somebody else, Shelly Ann. That book is very dense. Yes, that book is very dense. Yes, it's good, though. Really good. 23 years. Shelly, that is the way. Yes. She Webb is a cool nickname. Yeah. Or Ann. Hi, Mia. Hi, Michelle. Okay. So We're getting rowdy up in here. Okay, so am I missing anybody on this wheel, ladies and gentlemen? So here's the rules for the new people. You gotta be subscribed to the channel, please and thank you. You have to have a speed wallet, and you got to be here when your name is called. So when we spin it, like, you can't just put your name on the wheel and haul ass. Okay, you got to be here. So I think I got us. Okay, let me see how many people we got. We got 25 people in here, and we got 26 on the wheel. So somebody's back there doing nothing. She probably meant 2023, Jerry. Yeah, that's what she probably meant. That is a beautiful map of Bitcoiners. It is. It really is, man. And it just shows you how close we are, And this is our mission. This is our Bitcoiners for Freedom group. And we got to change the world, guys. You know what I'm saying? This dollar situation is really messed up. And this is what I wake up to do every day, So, all right, let's get it. Let's get the spin in. And let's see who gets it. And let's see who wins it. Good luck to the newbies. That's who's missing, Aiden. Aiden, are you here, little buddy? Are you here? Aiden, are you here, sir? I think he said he was leaving, didn't he? I don't know. I don't think Aiden's here. What block we at? So real quick to the newbies as well. This is the take this off. Okay, let me redo this. User was canceled. Okay. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, for the newbies, is the mempool, and a block comes out roughly every about 10 minutes or so. And every time a block comes out, because without these blocks coming out, we wouldn't have Bitcoin, right? We celebrate that without them, without the miners. And so without you guys, I wouldn't be nothing. I wouldn't be anything on this channel. So I'm going to reward you for being here. So every time a block comes out, I'm going to give you 100 Satoshi. So right now we're at block height 893,587. So we're going to do 586, 587. We're going to do 2 spins real quick. We're going to get back into the videos. Shelly, did you use my code? Oh, you didn't use the code. You're supposed to use the code. Shelly 12. You're supposed to use the code. Unless you can use Monique's code if you know her. But if you know her, probably do. I don't think so. I called him. Okay. That's fine. Let's do the spin over again. You're supposed to use the code. Oh, Aiden's here. Okay, good. Aiden won. Aiden again. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine, Shelly. As long as you use hers. I'd rather you use hers anyway, so she can get it. All right. Well, Aiden won back to back. I think you know what it is, Ian. I think Aiden is a few minutes behind us. That's what happened. So wow, what a coincidence. You use Monique's code and you're in North Carolina. Okay. What a coincidence. All right. Congrats, Aiden, 2 times. Yeah. Congrats. Yeah. Look at Shelly saying congrats. So it's all love in here, man. It's all love. Okay, so let's play part 4 real quick. Remove. If anybody got any questions, I'll try to answer them. Can't make no promises. Oh, Trey, you're not on the wheel? I got you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for speaking up. Trey's from Chi-Town. We got 3 of them Chi-Town boys up in here. I went to boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois. It was cold as hell out there, too. Way to go, Aiden. This game is rigged, y'all. No. Yeah, I told him to stay alive. Okay, cool. Also, shuffle up the names a tad bit, LOL. I can't shuffle a bit. All right, so let's get back into this video real quick. This is part. What part did we do? For the top. Okay, here goes the decline. We did that. We went up to the top of the mountain. Let's get to the decline. Let's do it.
Decline. The decline comes from internal economic weakness together with internal fighting or costly external fighting or both. Typically, the decline comes gradually and then very suddenly. When debts become very large and there is an economic downturn and the empire can no longer borrow the money necessary to repay its debts, the financial bubble bursts. This creates great domestic hardships and forces the country to choose between defaulting on its debts or printing a lot of new money. It always chooses to print a lot of new money, at first gradually and eventually massively. That devalues the currency and raises inflation. For the Dutch, this was the financial crisis brought about by financial excesses and paying for the Fourth Anglo-Dutch War. Similarly, for the British, it was paying for its financial excesses and its debts from the two world wars. And for the US, it's been 3 cycles of debt finance booms and busts since the 90s, with the central bank stepping in each time with stronger measures. When the government has problems funding itself, when there are bad economic conditions, and living standards for most people are declining, and there are large wealth, values, and political gaps, internal conflict between the rich and the poor, as well as different ethnic, religious, and racial groups, greatly increases. This leads to political extremism that shows up as populism of the left or the right. Those of the left seek to redistribute the wealth, while those of the right seek to maintain the wealth in the hands of the rich. Typically, during such times, taxes on the rich rise, and when the rich fear their wealth and well-being will be taken away, they move to places, assets, and currencies they feel safer in. These outflows reduce the empire's tax revenue, which leads to a classic, self-reinforcing, hollowing out process.
Exactly, Madeline. Exactly. Does this look familiar, ladies and gentlemen? Right here, this is exactly what's going on in the United States of America right now. Good point, Maddie. Exactly.
When the flight of wealth gets bad enough, governments outlaw it. Those seeking to get out begin to panic. These turbulent conditions undermine productivity, which shrinks the economic pie and causes more conflict about how to divide the shrinking resources. Populist leaders emerge from both sides and pledge to take control and bring about order. That's when democracy is most challenged because it fails to control the anarchy, and it is when the move to a strong populist leader who will bring order to the chaos is most likely.
Strong populist leader that brings normalcy to the chaos. I wonder who that could be, ladies and gentlemen. Who's a populist? What did I tell you the other day? Everyone have a great evening. Thanks, Jerry. I'm gone, bro. Okay, Quantum. Appreciate you, brother. I'll take you off the wheel.
As conflict within the country escalates, it leads to some form of revolution or civil war to redistribute wealth and force the necessary big changes. This can be peaceful and maintain the existing order, but it's more often violent and changes the order. For example, the Roosevelt Revolution to redistribute wealth was relatively peaceful and maintained the existing internal order, while the French Revolution, the Russian Revolution, and the Chinese Revolution were much more violent and led to new internal orders. This internal conflict makes the empire weak and vulnerable to rising external rivals who, seeing this domestic weakness, are more inclined to mount a challenge. This raises the risk of great international conflict, especially if the rival has built up a comparable military. Defending oneself and one's empire against rivals requires great military spending, which has to occur as domestic economic conditions are deteriorating and the empire can least afford it. Since there is no viable system for peacefully adjudicating international disputes, these conflicts are typically resolved through tests of power. As bolder challenges are made, the leading empire is faced with the difficult choice of fighting or retreating. Fighting and losing is the worst outcome, but retreating is bad too.
This is what Trump is trying to avoid right here, ladies and gentlemen. This right here. You know, all this stuff with Ukraine and Israel and all this mess. Remember when he was president the first time, we had no wars, no attacks, nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? So it's getting heated though. It's getting heated, but he's trying to make sure that we're at peace.
As it cedes progress to the rival and signals that the empire is weak to those countries that are considering which side to be on. Poor economic conditions cause more fighting for wealth and power, which
Hello, Vegas. When's our JLF meetup? Anytime, brother. You know that. But you're going to be golfing, though. So, are we going to? Are you guys going to the conference or what? I can't pay for those tickets, man.
Inevitably leads to some kind of war. Wars are terribly costly. At the same time, they produce the tectonic shifts that realign the new orders to the new realities of wealth and power in the world. When those holding the reserve currency and debt of the declining empire lose faith and sell them, that marks the end of its big cycle. Of the roughly 750 currencies that existed since 1700, less than 20% now exist, and all of them have been devalued. For the Dutch, this happened after their defeat in the Fourth Anglo-Dutch War, when they weren't able to repay the massive debts they built up during it. This led to a run on the Bank of Amsterdam and a desperate sell-off, forcing massive money printing, which devalued the currency and the empire into irrelevance. For the British, this happened after World War II, when despite their victory, they could not repay the massive debts they borrowed to fund their war effort. This led to a series of money printing, devaluations, and sell-offs in the British pound.
This is what I was trying to tell y'all about Richard Nixon. Everybody keeps blaming Richard Nixon for everything. And again, I know he made a bad choice, but this has been going on for centuries, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot trust human beings with money. You just can't. This is why we made Bitcoin, or Satoshi Nakamoto made Bitcoin. This is why we Bitcoin, right? It's just a vicious cycle. You give a human being the ability. Yes, it is. You give the human being the ability to have a money printer in their house. They're going to use it, man. I'm a pretty good guy, I think. I don't think I'd use it, but who knows? You know?
As the US and the dollar emerged dominant and created a new world order. At the time of this recording, the United States hasn't yet reached this point. While it has massive debt, spends more than it earns, and funds this deficit with more borrowing and printing huge amounts of new money, the big...
Finger picked, how are you? Let me put you on the wheel. Finger picked. We're putting everybody's did I put your do I got your city and state already? I think I might have. If I don't, man, can you drop your city and state for us, brother? Or ma'am, please and thank you. Thank you.
Sell-off in dollars and dollar debt hasn't yet begun. And while there are great internal and external conflicts occurring for all the classic reasons, they've not yet crossed the line to become wars. Eventually, out of these conflicts, whether they're violent or not, come new winners who get together and restructure the losers' debts and political systems and establish the new world order. Then the old cycle and empire ends and the new one begins, and they do it all over again. That's a lot of detail I just threw at you to paint a picture of how the typical big cycle transpires. Of course, not all of them transpire in exactly this way, but most largely do. So much so that it seems like the stories of rises and declines stay essentially the same, and the only things that change are the clothes the characters wear and the technologies they use. So, where are we heading?
Where are we heading? That is the question. Hello, Fingerpick. Hi, Dap. I got you right here, Fingerpick. Put you on there. You good? Simi Valley, California. Got somebody else in California. Mimi's in California. Quantum is in California. Emily's in California, too. So we got 4 people in California right next to me. Look at this map, man. Damn, that looks good. That looks good. All right, let's get some spins in real quick. Get some of these newbies to win. We have 27 on the wheel and 31 in here. Wow. Who is not on this wheel, ladies and gentlemen? Emily! How are you, ma'am? Good to see you. Good to see you, Emily. Just talking about you. Just talking about you, actually. Got another neighbor in California there with you. You got to be in it to win it. We need Bitcoin. Bitcoin is from the Midwest. Yes. Hello, Jordan Fingerpicked. Yeah. The map is filling out nice. It really is, man. Let me zoom out a little bit, Jordan, so we can see you too. Jordan's way up there in Canada. We got Ricky Ricardo down there in Mexico. We got a lot of people on the East. A lot of people on the East. So it's late for y'all. It's 9 o'clock for y'all. It's 6 o'clock here for me. So Good to see you too, Emily. All right, so what block we at right now? Zoom out, we see George. Like I said, a lot of East Coast, West Coast. Love it, man. Love it. Again, we're not that, the world's not that big. It's really small, especially with all this technology. It really is. Okay, let's see what block we're at real quick. All right, we're at 590, so I got to do 3 spins. Then we're going to finish off that last part 6, 588, and then we're going to finish up 89, 590. But we got nothing to worry about, guys. We're Bitcoiners. We're not worried about the market. We know where we're putting our energy at. So let's spin it. Let's see what happens. Mimi. Congratulations, Mimi. Okay, we got 30 watching, but only 22 likes. Everyone that has not hit the like button, please do so now, please. Thank you, Mimi. Look at you putting that positive message out there, typing it, and you won. Look at that. Congratulations, Mimi. Thank you for saying that too, ma'am. I appreciate it. All right, this is for block 589. Let's get it. Let's get it. Congrats, Mimi. Joe, you're the winner. You are the winner. Let's do one more. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. We got 32 congruent viewers. We're growing a little bit. Maddie, she is the winner. Joe, who you want me to give yours to? Arnie? Okay. Arnie. All right, let's finish up the video. I know it's late for y'all out there in the East Coast. I got you, Joe.
Most empires have their time in the sun and inevitably decline. Reversing a decline is difficult because that requires undoing a lot that's already been done, but it's possible. By looking at these indicators, it's
Uh-oh, Maddie's got a picture up there. She's flexing now. We talked about the pretty ladies, and she put a picture up there. Wow. We got some fellas. Fellas, we got some congrats, guys. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, guys. This is the chat right here, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness.
pretty easy to see which stage of the big cycle an empire is in, how fit it is, and whether its condition is improving or worsening, which can help one estimate how many years it has left. Still, these estimates aren't precise, and the cycle can be extended if those in charge pay attention to their vital signs and improve them. For example, knowing that a person is 60 years old, how fit they are, whether they smoke or not, and a few other basic vital signs, one can estimate the person's longevity. One can do that with empires and their vital signs too. It won't be precise, but it will be broadly indicative and give clear direction on steps to take to increase longevity. It's most often the case that a nation's greatest war is with itself over whether or not it can make the hard decisions needed to sustain success. As for what we need to do, it comes down to just 2 things: earn more than we spend and treat each other well. All other things I mentioned, strong education, inventiveness, being competitive, and all the rest, are just ways of getting at these 2 things. It's easy to measure if we're doing them. So like people who want to get fit, let's get on the program and improve our vitals. Let's do that individually and collectively. My goal for sharing this picture of how the world works and a few principles for dealing with it well is to help you recognize where we are and the challenges we face, and to make the wise decisions needed to navigate these times well. Since there is a lot more to discuss and we are out of time, you can learn more in my book, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order, and I look forward to continuing this conversation at economicprinciples.org and on social media. Thank you, and may the force of evolution be with you.
Make sure you guys pick up this book. It's very in depth. Very in depth. So, yeah, there we have it, guys. That's the end of the Changing World Order. Hope you guys learned something today. We have a lot of people in here, relatively speaking, to what I normally have. I guess we're growing a little bit. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything? Hello, Emily, Maddie, and Noah. Yeah, the percentage of ladies in here is growing exponentially. We're almost, I mean, we're about 25% ladies, and that's good because normally Bitcoin is not like that, you know, and that's good. Ray has been wrong before, but he was spot on this one. Yeah, he was wrong about Bitcoin. You know, he was. So, but yeah, guys, if you want to join my group, my Bitcoiners for Freedom group, Joe, you should put a link in the description, please, sir. Just download Signal to your phone. It's $1 a month starting May 1st, and we have a lot of different discussions in there and stuff like that. But I'm on a mission. We're all on a mission, and this is why I put this on the map right here. This is our Bitcoiners for Freedom group, and we're trying to spread the word all over the world. We really are. What we got here? Trey, love to see ladies in Bitcoin. Yeah, me too. Jimmy John, what's up? Not much, Jimmy. How are you, sir? Got a lot of ladies in here today. Yay, my ladies. Yes. Monique, Ray has been wrong. He writes all about in his book, Principles 2. Another great read. Ray has been wrong. He writes all about it in his book, Principles 2. Yes. Mimi, did you send me some sats today, Jerry, from the wheel spin? No, I didn't send them yet. Mimi, don't shake me down yet. I do them after the show's over with. There's a link right there. Joe put it in the description. If you want to join our group, please do that so we can do something. Somebody sent me something. Somebody just sent 1,000 sats in. Thank you very much, whoever did that. I appreciate it. That's helping paying bills around here. Thank you so much. That really helps. Thank you. I got sats. Jerry, when do you do your daily walking videos? Do you use a separate mic with your phone or just your mic, my phone mic? Just my phone mic. The one I did today, I had an appointment, so I just turned it on. I walk around and talk some shit. Madeline's laughing. It feels like 60% fellas, 40% ladies. Hey, the more the merrier. God said, you need to change your moniker to Ain't Got Sats. Okay. She don't play about hers. She sure don't, Maddie. She sure don't. She's like, you sent me mine yet? I said, no, not yet. Not yet. So let's see what we had on the wheel. All right, we're all caught up. So this is the time I normally wrap it up, guys. So do you want me to wrap it up or you want me to talk about something? Or you want me to keep going? Is there a subject you want me to talk about? I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit hungry. I think I'm going to get some, I got some ham in there. I went to my auntie's house for Thanksgiving. She lives way up North Vegas. So I went up there. She gave me some ham and some greens and stuff. So I might eat that. Do you use an iPhone? Yep. Keep going. Okay, cool. Bug 52, you up out of here? Well, let's take a look. I got a bright light coming, guys, so watch your eyes. All right, this right here is the fear and greed index. And right now it's high, right? People are greedy. And what's that mean? People are buying. Normally, when it's over here in the red, it's a good time to buy because red means stop, but red means go for us. And green means stop, but green means go for everybody else. Stop for us. Right now, it's at 72. It hasn't been this high in a long time. Yesterday was way over here. And that's an indicator of people are buying a lot, right? And then I got another bright light. And then this right here is the companies by market cap. Gold right now is at $22.5 trillion in market cap. And Bitcoin is at the 7 spot. And that's great. Ham, yams, potatoes, tomatoes, yes. From last week is crazy. Yes. Yep. It was in the red 2 days ago. Yes, exactly. Trey, price prediction for Bitcoin by this December. There's too many things going on. Too many things. You obviously meant ham from Easter because it's from Thanksgiving. You may be running off the chat to the toilet. Did I say Thanksgiving? I meant Easter because it looks like Thanksgiving food. I meant Easter. Pretty soon, 1K sats won't be able to be bought for $1. Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Greens, beans, grits, you name it. Hey, Tori, let me put you on the wheel. How are you, young lady? How are you? You finally woke up, huh? Yeah, I mean, look at this, guys. Right now, and you better look at it while you can. You're getting 1,072 satoshis for $1. It ain't gonna be like that for long. It's not. You know what I mean? So we gotta get in while we fit in. And for all you newbies out here, if you want to understand satoshis and everything else, I want you to check out my. I have a. I'll put it in the description box. I have a playlist called Satoshi Saturdays, and I do these videos every Saturday. I do them every Saturday, and there's no such thing as Bitcoin, guys. It's all about satoshis, and I do these every Saturday. So check this series out. I'll put a link in the description box for it for those newbies. Go there, check it out, and I'll learn about what the real money is. And it ain't Bitcoin, it's satoshis. So, damn, I guess Joe was telling my business while I was in slumber, huh? Yeah, he was. Jimmy John, bro, you charging 99 cents per month to join your Mickey Mouse Club? Is that what the membership is worth? No, man. We just trying to, get together and get this money, Jimmy John. You could tell Jimmy John's from Portland. Who in here has not hit the like button yet? Yeah. Share the powerful video. Save a life. Hang the future. Yes. Absolutely. And real quick, guys, to get your fair share, speaking of Satoshis, to get your fair share, go to this website right here. It's called bitcoinsperperson.com. You look at this. Put this stuff on your desktop. I'll put it in the description. And your fair share today, according to this, is 245,000 Satoshis. There's 100 million Satoshis in every Bitcoin. And we mined about 19.8 million Bitcoin. And there's 8.1 billion people. If you divide that by each other, it comes out to roughly 244,000. But unfortunately, there's not going to be that many left because governments have a whole bunch. ETFs have a whole bunch. Again, there's only 21 million coins, guys. That's it. Businesses have almost a million, including MicroStrategy, or the artist formerly known as MicroStrategy and Strategy. But the plebs, people like us, we own about 70%. We got about 14.5 million. Satoshi's got over 1 million. We got about 3.75 million lost. Just saying. That's all you got. That's all you need, guys. Yep. What price would you sell all your Bitcoin for? There's no price. No price, Jor. Where do you see us by the end of this year in this Bitcoin space? Will the U.S. actually buy Bitcoin? I think we're going to start buying by the summer. I think the price is going to level off again at whatever price it is going to level off for a few months because we always do that in the summer. And then we're going to take off once we start buying. No, the 99 cents is for the mystery musketeer. Mimi, hitting the like button means you should like the video first. I'm still debating which thumbnail. I know that's right, Jimmy. Jor, you said no to 1 million. What about you? Jor said you said no to 1 million. Not 1 million this year. No, I don't think so. It could, though. At Jor, I would sell a little when it hits 500K, but only about 10%. I ain't selling any. I'm still waiting to taste this hibachi, but I have to drink. But I have a drink or two while I wait. Okay. I know that's right. And then this right here, guys. This website is the Bitcoin Rich List. Let me put this in the chat for you. Take a look at this and see where you're at. And don't worry about the Bitcoins. Worry about the Satoshis. And right here is where you want to get to. This right here, this 0.01 and this 0.1 means 1 million Satoshis on the left to 10 million Satoshis. Get yourself to that as quickly as you can, if you're not there already. Because again, I believe, personally speaking, there will be less Satoshi millionaires than there will be fiat millionaires. Truly believe that. Mimi stressed on the like button. Yes. Joe, I need Earthships, Jerry. They cost money. Yeah, true. But we ain't doing that until 2035, I don't think. Because we're in the Bitcoin gold rush, you know? And tomorrow we're going to watch Lynn Alden's video. That's kind of like the changing world order. So I don't know either orders. I don't know what I'd buy. I don't even know what I'd buy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you sell it and get a bunch of cuck bucks, and what are you going to do with it? You know, I mean, me personally, I have pretty much everything that I need. Not saying that I have a lot. I don't have everything I want, but I have everything I need, you know? And once you understand what the world is all about, it's just like, and what this broken system is about, then you'll know that there's no better asset to hold than Bitcoin in the long term. Because again, you know, you got kids and grandkids and stuff like that. And you got to pass it down to them. So, and as a reminder, guys, go ahead and I got links down in the description box for some free sats. You can use the fold card. Make sure you download that. I'm always confused when looking at Lynn Alden. Can't tell if she's 100% female or not. What do you guys think about that? Make sure you guys click on the links at the bottom to get the free Satoshis. You don't have me living there as your cook yet, Jerry. True. But you're not going to be my cook. We're going to hire a cook. You got too much money to be cooking for somebody, man. You're going to be one of the richest people in the world. My fold card is in the mail. Good. Bitcoin changes you. Yeah, it changed me. For sure. Lynn is a transformer. Okay. She may be. I don't know. But there you have it, guys. It's a big world, but it's a small world. Tomahawks on the Barbie. Oh God. Must be nice, man. Must be nice. I'm gonna start doing that too. I'm gonna start buying more steaks, man. But the grass-fed ones are so much money. Cooking is my passion, brother. Yeah. And we're so far apart, but so close together at the same time, you know. And we already know that why we Bitcoin and why this machine is broken. This crazy debt cycle is messed up. We're at 36.7 trillion in debt. You owe yourself and your family. Each individual owns $170,000 or $107,429. That's what you owe. On top of what you owe, by the way, because now you're gonna have to pay for the loans back. Oh, thank you, Clean Your Machine. Clean Your Machine just sent in 2,500 sats. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. That's a fact. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't. Yeah, I think so too, man. I think so too. Michelle, everyone have a good night. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you, Michelle, for coming. I appreciate it. And again, the Doge clock, you know, we're trying to cut out the fat of the meat. Have a great night, guys. Yes. Great show. Everyone have a great night. Thank you. And that debt right there. Now, let me show you this for the newbies real quick. Thank you, Clean Your Machine. That really helps, man. I appreciate it, Ian. This right here, guys, all this red stuff, the red is bad and the green is good. Okay. When you look at this right here, let me see if I can see it on my page. Okay. This right here at the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, these four things are the things we spend on the most. Medicare and Medicaid, we're at 1.6 trillion. Social Security is at 1.5 trillion. Defense, Pentagon, the military is at 900 billion. And the interest on this debt, this 36.7 trillion debt, is $1 trillion. So in other words, that's like you having a credit card that you owe $36,700, but you're paying $1,000 a year in debt, right? Estimated. Also, you make $50,000 a year, but you spend $71,000 a year. That's what we're doing. We're making $5 trillion and spending $7.1 trillion. Where else does that happen, ladies and gentlemen? Where? And you can get away with that. Difference between us and them is they have a money printer and we don't. We can't do that like they do. Right? If we did what they did, got into debt like that, first of all, we lose everything and have to default on everything. But they don't. They don't have to balance the budget. If we printed money in our kitchen like they do at the Fed, we go to prison for. It's called counterfeit. So all this is fake, man. All this is fake. Have a blessed night, everyone. You too, Maddie. Thanks. Good to see you, Maddie. Glad you came back. Love it, Lynn Alden. I love it, Lynn Alden, too. We're going to talk about her tomorrow, like I said. Good night, everyone. Thank you. I don't use my social. I basically don't exist. I keep it all in Tori's name. I don't owe the U.S. shit. I know that's right. Good night, Mia. Later, YouTube family. Yes. But long story short, guys, this is why we're doing what we're doing, because this system right here is broken. It's theft. It's terrible. And if we want our children and our grandchildren, because again, depends on your age. It's not really about us. It's about them. And if we don't get out of this system and break this wheel from outside the system, because again, Elon's doing great within the system, but you can't fix the system within the system. And in order to beat this death spiral we're in, 36.7 trillion, and the independent debt that you have at 107,000, and the interest on the debt and the inflation. There's only one way to do it, guys. And we've been talking about this for a long time, and we save in it. And it doesn't matter what's going on with the market and everything else. We know what the safe haven is. I don't understand why people complain about cash money. As long as you know the rules of the game, you just play the game to your advantage. I'm old school because cash rules everything around me. Okay. Well, unfortunately, Jimmy John, that system is broken, and there's only one way to fix this broken system, and it's outside of this system. And if I had to take a guess, even for the newbies, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what that is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Good night, everybody. Peace and love, guys.